Manipulation isn't always about outright control. Sometimes it's a lot more subtle than that, and it comes wrapped up in guilt, pressure, and victim complex. And if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself bending over backwards trying to appease people. This is a part two of the manipulation series, and I just wanted to thank everyone that's been tuning in. I'm at 50 subscribers now. I'm very grateful, and we're just going to keep growing and building this channel. There's more to come, so people please stay tuned. And also, if you guys have any requests in terms of videos that you'd like me to break down, please let me know. Today we're talking about guilt tripping, playing the victim, and emotional blackmail, and most importantly, how to spot them and shut them down. I do want to make something clear though in terms of understanding, and that's the fact that people that may guilt trip, use emotional blackmail, or play the victim may do it without actually realizing it. So it's important to give grace where you can. Why? It may have been because it's a learned behavior and it's something that was in play in their environment growing up. It's something that was normalized when they grew up. Maybe it's rooted in insecurity, or maybe it's rooted in getting what they want without directly asking for it. But odds are, if the behavior was rewarded when they were younger, it's something that they will grow up believing is the natural way to get things. But listen, lack of awareness doesn't mean lack of accountability. And so if you recognize any of these tactics within yourself, it's a direct call for you to challenge that within yourself also, because intentional or not, it still causes damage. So without further ado, we'll touch on the first one, which is guilt tripping. Guilt tripping is when someone uses your emotions against you to get their own way. They make you feel responsible for their failures, their problems, and also their feelings. You often hear it in phrases like, after everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me. Or, whoa, I guess you didn't care about me after all. Or something like, I guess I have to do everything on my own then. It's not about expressing hurt. It's about controlling you through guilt. We're just going to have a look at some videos in relation to guilt tripping just to broaden perspectives.
What guilt tripping so they have a better understanding. I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about it. What happened, bro? Are you okay? We have a podcast. No, it's fine. I was gonna say something, but I don't want to make this whole thing about me. I know you just need content, so that's fine. Or can you say what you're gonna say, please? We'll just cut all this out. Oh, I literally told you I wasn't really feeling it today. You're already trying to put me on the spot. Are you guilt tripping me right now? So now I can't even say how I feel without being attacked? That's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. Bro, I'm trying. Do you want me to give an example? Don't worry about it, bro. I'm chilling. You're trying. That's how guilt tripping works in real time.
So I feel like in this video, it's a great example of guilt tripping, to the point where they were planning on giving an example, and one of the brothers got caught in the example that was being given. And even in this situation, it can be quite a painful watch, especially if you recall a time where you've been guilt tripped and you've fallen for it. A key thing to note when you're being guilt tripped is to pay attention to the facts and detach the emotions, because there's always a play on emotions when it comes to guilt tripping. So focus on the facts. So when it comes to this, don't react, but respond with clarity. I understand that you're upset, but I won't do anything that I'm not comfortable with. Or by saying your feelings are valid, but I'm not responsible for fixing this for you. Again, that in itself could come off as quite harsh. So just put a play on words to dress it up so that it's delivered a lot nicer. But whatever you do, make sure that you stand firm and don't fall for any emotional debts that you didn't incur. The next one is emotional blackmail. And essentially, this is guilt tripping turned all the way up to the max, because people here are threatening consequences if they don't get what they want out of an interaction from you. The message is very clear. Do what I say or suffer. So in the example of emotional blackmail, you may hear things such as, if you leave me, I don't know what I'll do to myself. Or if you don't take my side, I'll never forgive you. Or even, if you really loved me, you'd show that by doing this for me. It's manipulation at its worst because it forces you to choose between the boundaries you've set and the other person's emotional well-being. Stay calm, stay firm, and never negotiate under threats. Emotional blackmail thrives on your fear of consequences. So ensure that whenever this happens, that you call it out directly. An example of calling it out could be, I won't make decisions based on threats. I care about you, but I won't be controlled by this. And of course, if someone threatens self-harm, suicidal ideation, then the best point of call is to contact a professional that can help with that. Because odds are, regardless of whether suicidal ideation or self-harm is true in this instance, it's designed to encase you so that you feel like you're the only one that's dealing with it or has to deal with it. We do encourage duty of care. If this is the case, please do the due diligence and bring in a professional that can help with this. Direct them to professional help and do not let their threats keep you trapped. And then the last one is playing the victim. Some people will do anything, and I mean anything, to avoid taking accountability. And their favorite tactic is playing the victim. No matter what happens, they're never at fault. You call them out on something and somehow they were the one that was wronged. They're able to flip the script so that they avoid accountability and you end up feeling guilty by the end of it. We're just going to pull up another video to have a look at what this may look like.
I'm not trying to start a fight, but your actions really hurt me. Yeah, I get it. I'm the worst. I'm just the worst. So, and the fact that you know that I have panic attacks and anxiety, like I literally have anxiety in my stomach because of you. So, girl, you mean lunch?
So this video is a great example of how there is so much deflection away from them. Why are you attacking me? I'm just trying to do my best. And they might even play on what could even be something that they're actually experiencing, like panic attacks or anxiety, might be actually something that they're experiencing, but they're now using as a mode to guilt trip you, to make you feel bad for calling them out on their behavior, for example. Within this, you may hear things like, I guess I can't do anything right in your eyes. I'm always made to feel like the bad person. In order to bypass this, you have to ensure that you don't fall for the pity trap. Instead of getting caught up in their emotions, redirect everything back to the issue at hand. So after they've had an emotional expression of something, direct them back. Try saying things like, this isn't about making you out to be the bad person. I just want to address this problem with you. Could even be, I hear how you feel about this, but that doesn't mean that there's no problem here. It doesn't change what happened. If they keep playing the victim, stop arguing. It's very difficult to come to an agreement with someone that's playing the victim and doesn't want to take responsibility for their actions. These tactics all have one goal: to make you feel bad so that you give in. Whether it's guilt, fear, or pity, the goal is control. But here's the truth: you're not responsible for managing someone else's well-being at the expense of your own. And let's be real, some of the tactics here, these may align with you, and these might have been things that you've done in the past or are currently doing. And if that is the case, this is just your sign to do better, because we've all picked up bad habits along the way. But you have a choice always, which is to continue the cycle or break it. Recognizing and self-awareness is always the first step. And then the second step is setting those boundaries to help align yourself. You are not selfish for refusing to be controlled. You are not heartless for prioritizing your self-peace. If you stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you. If this video gets 20 likes, I'm going to drop a part 3 on manipulation tactics, where we break down even more manipulation tactics that you need to be aware of. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced any of these and how you handled it. And as always, like, share, subscribe, keep the peace.